The film opens on a terrifying glimpse of the future. You see, the world was destroyed, not by war, but by a cosmic accident. An explosion occurs near the sun, not on it, but close enough, and it unleashes a devastating wave of solar storms. These weren't just spectacular light shows, they had a terrible, negative impact on our environment. They began bombarding Earth with dangerous rays, and honestly, the planet just couldn't handle it. The world essentially collapsed. Everything was gone. No animals, no plants, no signs of civilization, just dust and ruin. 99% of humanity perished. It was a complete wipeout. But here's the flicker of hope. 1% survived. And thankfully, these were the best of us, the brightest, the most qualified. They were the ones who still held on to the dream of recovering the world. They immediately started planning, but they quickly realized, we are too few. We can't do this alone. To recover the world, to rebuild from this catastrophe, they needed help. They decided to manufacture robots. This plan worked brilliantly. In a relatively short time, they had an army of advanced robots, each with super abilities. But when they built them, they set down two absolutely critical rules. They must never, under any circumstance, harm a human. Humanity had already suffered too much loss to risk another disaster. They must never make another robot themselves. If they were allowed to reproduce, the robots would eventually replace humans entirely. These robots quickly became indispensable. They built towering, advanced buildings beneficial to the survivors. They took over all the basic, difficult tasks of human life. The humans were genuinely happy. Their mechanical workforce was a marvel. Then, after some years, a fault appeared. Suddenly, the robots started to stop working, right in the middle of crucial tasks. It was a catastrophe. Earlier, when there was no rain, these same robots had helped engineer rainfall. They were that advanced. Now, they were useless. The surviving humans were terrified, especially with so many rebuilding projects incomplete. They abandoned their original, ruined settlement, moving to a new, secure place of their own. They started to think, maybe that fault means they're uncomfortable with us. Maybe they're a threat. Paranoia set in, and they began to destroy those robots. The scene shifts abruptly. We follow a police officer driving through a dark area. He hears a strange noise. He goes to investigate and finds a robot sitting in the dark, a yellow robot, trying desperately to repair itself. It looked innocent, and it pleaded with him, "Please, don't kill me. Let me fix myself." But the officer ignores its plea. He raises his gun and shoots it. I don't know why, but seeing that innocent robot shot trying to save itself is genuinely emotional. The focus shifts again. A man whose dog has just died calls the robot company. "Take your robot back," he demands. "It killed my dog, and I want my insurance money." The company asks, "What insurance?" The man simply insists, "I don't care. Give me my money." A man named Jack from the company goes out to handle the situation. He tells the man, "Don't worry, we'll test the robot first." He lifts a knife and dramatically throws it, intending it to land near the robot's hand. But before it can fall, the robot's hand shoots out and catches the knife. "See?" Jack says. "Our robot is fine. It is incapable of harming anything, especially a human. We will not be giving you any money. Stop blaming our technology." And with that, he leaves. Jack goes home and meets his wife. They're expecting a baby. The next morning, he gets an urgent message. A destroyed robot has been found. They call him in immediately. When Jock arrives, he sees it's the yellow robot shot by the police officer. A girl at the lab tells him, its parts were clearly replaced. It was trying to repair those changed parts when it was shot. Jock feels sick about this. He tells his friend, a senior in the company, what happened. His friend says, "Why are you interfering with police business?" Jock insists, "I'm just shocked. Why did they destroy it? It was just trying to live." His friend dismisses him. "That's not your job. Focus on your life." But Jack is irritated. "I hate this city," he says. "Transfer me to the other side of the sea." We learn here that Jack has special memories of the sea, a detail that will be important later. Jack visits a construction site in the advanced city. He asks a worker, "Why are you destroying these robots?" The worker shrugs. "They're useless now. They have faults. We dump them on the other side of the city, in the slums. The people over there take them." Then he adds starkly, "And we've been ordered to shoot any human on sight over there. They might be trying to make their own separate robots." The reality of this violence hits Jack hard. He goes to the other side of the city. He sees dozens of discarded robots, all looking frightened. He tries to approach one, to talk to it, but before he can, the robot sets itself on fire. It self-destructs. Jack is completely depressed. Back at the company, Jack learns they found a nuclear battery inside a dead robot. This isn't just any battery. It would allow a robot to work for hours without ever needing a charge. Jock's friend, who is the leader, orders everyone to find the source of these batteries. He then says to Jock, "You want that transfer to the seaside? Do this job properly. Find out where these nuclear batteries came from and who put them inside these robots." Jock starts investigating, but he's stumped. He goes back to that worker saying, "A robot setting itself on fire. That's not a human action. Robots aren't allowed to destroy themselves." Maybe another robot changed its settings. Jock goes home and tells his wife, "We might be transferred soon. We might leave this city and go far away." She is understandably upset. "How can we go anywhere? I'm pregnant. We can't move right now." He tries to explain, "I can't live here." These people are fake. They don't care about anyone's feelings. His wife, irritated, tells him to drop it. But Jack is still obsessed with the yellow robot. Why was it shot? What was it doing? He goes back to the place where it was shot and searches the area. And there, hidden, he finds a nuclear battery. Still confused, he tells the police officer who shot the robot. He shows him the battery. The officer says, "I'll take you to a woman. Maybe she knows something." They find a female robot. She is beautiful and looks very intelligent. But here's the shocking part. Her core settings have been changed. The two original rules, not to harm humans and not to make other robots, have been removed. She is a dangerous robot. Jacques asks her owner, "Who created her?" The owner says, "I don't know." The police officer gets angry. He shoots the female robot's leg. "I did that so its owner will have to take it to its creator for repair," the officer explains to Jack. "We'll follow it." Jack agrees, figuring the creator will definitely buy more of the nuclear batteries and lead them to the source. The officer says, "Fine, but you have to split the profit with me." And so, they start tracking the injured robot. The female robot's car stops outside a factory. They go inside, but a woman standing there points a gun at them. Jacques calmly shows her the nuclear battery. "Where did you get that?" the woman asks. "Forget that," Jack counters. "Are you the person who can fix this blue robot?" The lady says yes. "There's a purpose behind this," she explains. "Think about it. When we humans started making things, they weren't good at first. But we kept trying, and we improved. We made these robots. If we allow them to make other robots, don't you think they will make better robots? That is the only purpose behind all of this." Jack is impressed by her calm, reasonable tone. He leaves, but before he goes, he tells the woman exactly where she can find that damaged robot. He returns and reports everything to his friend Robert. As word of this advanced technology spreads, Jack is tasked with resolving the whole situation as quickly as possible. Jack goes back to the lady. She tells him, "I went to the address you gave me. I installed the system from the damaged robot into this blue robot. The robot is now incredibly intelligent and can even heal itself. I was right," she says. "Robots can make other robots." But as they talk, there's a knock at the door. The lady opens it, and a group of kids are outside. They instantly shoot her. Jack barely escapes. He runs out and gets into a car with the blue robot. Some bad people, clearly connected to the kids, start chasing them. Jack manages to kill them when their car crashes. Jack faints from the shock and his injuries. When he wakes up the next morning, he is injured, but the blue robot is repairing itself. Jacques is astonished by its many abilities. He falls back to sleep. Later, he wakes up feeling someone dragging him. The blue robot and 3 other robots are taking him somewhere. They are in a desert. Jack tries to tell them, "We need to go back to the city." But the robots ignore him. He falls down, weak from his injury. The blue robot carefully feeds him insects and gives him water. The robots want to save the human. It's still their core rule, not to harm humans. They start moving again. But Jacques is desperate to return. He doesn't trust these machines. He pretends he needs water, and when the robots are at a safe distance, he grabs a flare gun from his backpack and sends a signal to his boss, revealing his location. His friend Robert gets the location and orders the police officer's sidekick to go and rescue Jacques. When the rescue car arrives, Jacques knows he has to make his move. He tells the robots, "I need to go to the washroom. Stop here." He uses this excuse to move forward and fires the flare gun, but the robots see the sign too. They realize Jack is trying to escape them. When he comes back, they ignore him. In anger, Jack throws their nuclear batteries to the ground. At that moment, the police officer arrives. He points his gun at Jack. Turns out, he was never there to rescue him. He was there to take the nuclear batteries. He grabs them and starts shooting at the robots. But Jack, furious, shoots the officer with his flare gun. The officer dies. The man with him is terrified and runs away. Jack watches as the robots, using tools from the other dead robots, repair themselves. That night, they take shelter in a cave. The robots are eating insects again. Jack asks them, "Will you help me get to the city? If we make it, I promise I'll return your batteries." The female robot, who is there with them, says, "Yes, why not? We'll look for a car in the morning." Meanwhile, the officer's sidekick has arrived at the company and hands over the stolen batteries. He tells them everything that happened. Jacques' friend Robert is talking with others. They realized they had been using the system of the very first robot to install the 2 rules in all the others: don't harm humans and don't make other robots. They are astonished that they, the humans, were never able to remove those rules themselves. Now, they are worried sick about the robots that don't have those rules, the ones that could harm them. They order Robert to find and bring those robots back. On the other side of the city, Jacques' daughter is born. His wife is frantic because her husband is missing. She learns that the police are searching for Jack and the robots. Jack wakes up in the desert. The other robots are gone, only the blue robot remains. It tells him the others have gone to scout the path. Then it asks a profound question. "I felt like we were only born, but then I saw you kill that police officer. Does that mean we can also die?" Jack doesn't know how to answer. He realizes his baby must have arrived and misses his wife terribly. As they move, Jack sees what looks like a human figure covered in cloth. He pulls the cloth off and sees another robot, the real blue robot. The female robot only had blue hair. He is totally shocked. He goes into a nearby factory and sees many robot parts. When he comes out, the other robots have returned, and they are building a new blue robot. Realizing his friends are probably close, Jacques decides he must leave. He tries to get into a nearby car, but the engine is gone. He feels helpless. He points to a dried-up stream. "There was water and greenery here," he tells the robots. "Look what happened to it." The blue robot comes to him. "Don't be depressed," it says. "This is the world's future. Humans and machines will live together. You have to accept us. You have to accept that robots are just as capable as you. We can make ourselves. That's why there are more of us. This place is destroyed, but we don't need water or greenery. We can live here. We won't bother you. You can go. Just return our nuclear batteries." Jacques gives them back. Jacques' friend Robert arrives at the site of the dead police officer. Suddenly, some men arrive holding Jack's wife. Robert says, "Release the girl. Why do you care?" They sneer. "Her family is dead. Jack and his daughter are no more." Robert is devastated. He becomes aggressive and is about to shoot the man, but the man escapes and kills Robert instead. It's a truly emotional scene. The next morning, Jack wakes up. The robots have built a new advanced robot and they have installed a nuclear battery in it. They have also prepared a new car for Jack. He is overjoyed. "I didn't understand you," he tells the blue robot before leaving. "Forgive me." He drives off, and soon he sees his friend, Robert, shot and bleeding on the ground. He rushes over. Robert is badly injured but still alive. He gasps out, They took your wife to save her." Meanwhile, the kidnappers are taking Jack's wife away. The blue robot arrives and stops them. "Get out of the way," they shout. "No," the robot says, "I will not obey you." The bad men open fire, shooting the robot and ripping out its system. But then, the female robot and Jack arrive. Jack starts shooting, and soon only the leader of the bad men is left. The leader is about to kill Jacques when the injured blue robot manages to push the man away, saving Jacques' life. Jacques instantly rushes to his wife and lifts his daughter in his arms. He is so happy, seeing her for the very first time. The female robot comes over, looks at the baby, says thank you to Jacques, and then leaves. In the final scene, Jacques is happy with his wife and daughter. He looks out at the sea. He has a flashback to his childhood. We finally realize why he had so many memories of the sea. He spent his childhood there, and that's where he always wanted to live. He prays that the world will soon recover. And with that, the movie ends.